Hello, everybody. My name is Benny, and welcome to the Fool's Apprentice. Oh my gosh, it has been a while since I've seen you last. I believe it's been about 6 months. I think my last video was in December. And let me tell you, it has been a journey. And I'll give you an idea why that happened. But first, oh my gosh, I recorded this video twice and no audio. Oh my gosh. And so the first time I didn't go through my checklist that I had because this had happened to me before. And then the second time I connected everything, but I had an extra piece to my microphone, and this didn't allow the recording to occur, so I recorded it a second time. So my enthusiasm is a little down, but that's okay. And you'll probably notice that my voice isn't as raspy or rough as it was before, and that's because the seasons have changed and my voice is, I think, back to normal. Again, I'm going to be drinking water because my mouth gets dry really easy. And so what happened, right? Like, why did I disappear? And frankly, life kind of got in the way. I ended up getting a huge promotion at work, a huge promotion, which good for me, right? Good for anybody who gets a really good promotion. But it was a huge learning curve, a huge learning curve. And I now moved into management. And so, working with clients wasn't what I was doing. Now I was working with employees. And oh my gosh, I felt like I was a babysitter a lot of the times, which I just never realized like how challenging management could be and kind of getting people to do what they were hired to do. Then just a whole bunch of other administrative stuff that I didn't like doing and didn't kind of fit what I felt was my purpose in life. So I opened up my own business. Yeah, can you believe I opened up my own? I'm an entrepreneur. Oh my god, that's crazy. And it was because I've been wanting to do this for a while, but getting this promotion, finding out that this wasn't a really good fit for me, kind of led me to opening up my business. And so, with all of that, there just really wasn't enough time for me to do the videos. I had to come up with a business name, find out if the domain name was available, find out if the business name was available to register for the state. I had to come up with legal documentations, build my own website. I built my own website. Oh my gosh. I can barely do YouTube videos, but I built a website and I'm so proud of it. It's gorgeous. It looks like a perfect, they wanted to charge me like $3,000 to $5,000 to build this website, and I was like, I don't have that kind of money. So I decided that I was gonna do it myself, and I went on YouTube, found what I needed, built it, and it took me about 3 weeks. It took me about a day to build it, but then find the pictures, write the copy, figure out how to link all the pages together. It took me about 3 weeks, and I'm so proud of it. And so that gave me a lot of confidence in being able to do the YouTube channel because let me tell you, I had a lot of insecurities about doing this channel, but I'm like, you know what? I can do that. I can do this. And so I'm going along, trying to get my business going, and this job opportunity came up, working with these clients that I want to work with. And I'm being vague on purpose because I'm debating if I really do want to open up on YouTube about my professional life and what I do for a living, and I don't think I do. We'll see. However, this is a job that I've been looking for since I graduated grad school. It hasn't come up. So, I open my business so I can work with that population, and this pops up. I apply. I go through 3 job interviews. The first one was awful. Probably one of the worst interviews I've had in my entire life. It was so bad. I apologize about how bad I was doing, which is a cardinal sin. And I was like, I'm really good at interviews. I don't know what's going on. And really what it was is, I I applied for the position in Indeed. They took my resume, they chopped it up and made their own resume and sent it. And when she was questioning me on my resume, it was throwing me off. Then I started getting nervous and everything just spiraled out of control. But she asked me one question at the end that I think saved me. Had my second interview, rocked it. Had my third interview, rocked it. And I start my job in 2 days, which will be Monday. Today's Saturday. And so that means that this business that I opened up, I'm going to be able to do it part time being very minimal, but I'll still be able to do it. And so it allows me a lot more free time because financially I'll be set with this job and I'm really excited. And uh, what have I been doing in regards to the tarot? Well, let me tell you, I haven't stopped practicing the tarot. In fact, it's become a daily practice for me. So generally, what I do is I get up in the morning begrudgingly, because let me tell you, I don't know if you can relate. I am not a morning person. There are those people that get up and they're happy and chipper and butterflies and rainbows. That's not me. It's doom and gloom. I hate everything. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Ugh. Uh, I've had surgery before, and it feels like I'm coming out of anesthesia when I wake up every time. So I get up, I wash my face, I take my morning meds, get some water, drink a large glass of water, make some coffee, and I sit and I just sit in my spiritual spot. I have a little area where, I have set up a sacred space for myself to fill me up spiritually, and that's how I start my day. Then I come to this desk that I'm at, which I should do a little tour, as I've seen on YouTube channels, of my area. And I pull out an oracle deck that I'm working with and a tarot deck. I pull out the oracle deck, and that is the overarching theme for the day. Then I pull two tarot cards. And then I look at them and I read the guide. I just look at them and see like what comes. And I don't really ask a question. I just kind of let the cards kind of guide me in what area of my life that they're going to apply to. And it happens very, very quickly. Like I know exactly where I need to apply this reading. It's either work, a certain situation that's going to come up that day, like if I have to talk to an employee, or I have a business meeting, or if I'm going to meet a family member or a friend, or if I'm going to have a tough conversation, whatever it may be. Or it might be in regards to my spiritual practice. It could be anything, but the cards very clearly let me know where they want me to focus on. So then I read the guidebook, kind of get an idea of what the oracle card is. And then I've been using one book right now that I really like because it's really simplified the tarot for me. It's not a book that I have to read and highlight. It's just 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph describes the card. The second paragraph talks about the upright meaning, and the third paragraph talks about the reversal. Then it has a picture. So when you look at the book, the left side has the picture, the right side has the text. It is this book. I got it at Barnes and Nobles. It's a great book. I love it. It's called Tarot Cards for Divination, Wisdom, and Self-Discovery by Nikki J. And as you can see, beautiful picture. And then the text. And it's really simple, gives me an idea of what I need to do. And voila, my reading goes. Then what I do is I use crystals and charms. I'm getting into charms. I have little charms right here. And I set it up, take a picture, post it on Instagram, take my reading, put it into 3 or 4 sentences, post it, and then I keep the picture. And if I'm having that meeting or that discussion, or I'm meeting with whoever, I will look at the picture and kind of remember and ground myself before I enter that space. And it really helps. And then I've also, as you know, I've been doing, or I did, Lisa Papez's Tarot on Training Wheels, which I strongly recommend. If you're new, go back and watch how those lessons have been going for me. It's free. It's on her YouTube channel. Just do Lisa Papez tarot on training wheels. It'll pop up, and it's very easy user friendly. And so I have 2 lessons left that I need to post. So I'll be doing that soon, quite quickly actually. And then what I've been doing is I've been going back to them and listening to them over and over again. Was because for me, I've come to realize that listening and seeing really helps me a lot. So one of the things that's happened is I developed these stories on all the suits and then the major arcana. So, excuse me, I gotta drink some water. So, we'll take the wands for example. In my mind, I see, and I have a very vivid mind, I see the fool just standing there with his little dog on the side. The sun is up. It's a beautiful day. There's a wand next to me, and that is the moment that he is inspired by something, an idea, a thought, a feeling. I try to remember the numerical meaning of 1, which is beginnings. That's the one I'm learning. That's the one I got from Kelly from Truth and Story. Go there as well. And that it's the fire element that deals with spirituality and intellect and all that kind of stuff. I don't have all those down yet. And so I have that in my mind. So I know that the Ace of Wands is that moment of inspiration. Then when I go into the 2 of Wands, the Fool, I see him standing between 2 wands, looking out into the world, and he's pondering how he's going to implement this inspiration, plan it out. So that's the 2 of Wands. And so he's made his decision, and now he's standing with the 3 of Wands, and he's about to embark on his journey. In the 3 of Wands, there's some ships out, or in a couple of cards that we looked at that we're using in Lisa's course. There's pathways, there's like trails, and that's him taking those first few steps onto his journey. And then I just continue that story. So that's been really, really helpful. So if you can develop a storyline, that'd be great. And so I've also ended up buying a lot of decks during this last 6 months. Let me tell you, oh my gosh, I have bought so many decks. I have spent way too much money on decks. But I'm going to blame the YouTube community for this, for posting such wonderful reviews and all these decks. I'm just kidding, of course. But a lot of these, I love art, and tarot decks are art for me. So sometimes I'll just sit here and pull them out and just look at how beautiful they are. I mean, some of them are just stunning and very inspiring. But I bought a lot of decks, so I'll be doing a lot of deck reviews. I ended up getting a deck that was a unicorn that I did not think I was ever going to get my hands on. Ever. And I got my hands on it. And I'll just give you a preview. It is... Oh my God, wait for it. Some of you may have heard of it. Some of you may not. Oh, yes. I got this deck. I am so pleased. It is everything I thought it would be. It is by this gentleman. I cannot pronounce the name. I'm not going to even try. And it is called the let me see. The Akulai Tarot Slaughtered. But this deck is like everything I wanted in a deck. And there's only one other deck that I've had this feeling for, and that's a Tarot Royal Pez of Moroccan, which I also have, which I did a review that you can look at. And so I've gotten some other decks, and so we'll be doing a lot of those videos as well. And then I have this idea when I reach a year that I'm going to kind of walk you through what that felt like for me, the challenges I faced. And then I have this idea that I'm just going to take the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I'm just going to go through every card, and we're just going to see live. Well, not live, but we're just going to go and see what I know and what I don't know, and then I'm going to develop a plan on how I'm going to move forward with it. And so I've also recently, in the last week, I got Dawn Michelle's connecting with the tarot, a guide for bonding with your deck. I'm really, really looking forward to working with this. And so I was debating on what deck I was going to use. And I have decided. Did I put it up? Oh, oh no. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I put it up. So I got to get it out. So, God, I can't remember the name. The Volatile Tarot. That's the one I decided I think I'm going to do it. That one's, there's a lot there. So we'll see. Anyway, um, I'm excited to be back. I comment below on anything that I talked about. I intend to do it. My goal is to do a video a week. We'll see how that goes. Like I have a life. I have a job. I have my dogs, my family, my friends. And so we'll see how it goes. But until next time, welcome back to The Fool's Apprentice. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Just have a good one.